What is going on, YouTube? I'm Dope and this is Dope Comics, and today is a great day. I don't know if it's Witching Hour Wednesday or Witching Hour Tuesday or Witching Hour Thursday. Depends on what day I release this thing on. But it is definitely Witching Hour Day. So, Witching Hour is my favorite horror DC 70s title. I love House of Secrets, I love House of Mysteries, I love all the oddball stuff. But my favorite is Witching Hour. Witching Hour has been with me since the beginning. The first one I got was issue 3. I thought I'd struck gold when I found it at just in a pull box. I think I gave, I don't know, less than $10 for my first copy. Loved it. It's the greatest book I ever had. I think it was the very first post I ever posted on IG. And now I've got over 600 and something posts on IG. So, thought a lot about that book. It helped me start my IG page. And now I'm going to get into Witching Hour here. So I got some Witching Hour pulled out. I'm going to show you some cool books. It started in 1969 and went through 1978. It was 85 issues with the legendary Nick Cardy doing most of all the artwork. He did 1 through 6. He did 11 and 12. He took back over at 15. He did most of the high run. Sprinkled in there in certain places, there's Neal Adams. Neal Adams did like 7, 8, 9. So, but Neal Adams, I don't think, can touch Nick Cardy. So if you want to get started, let's get started. If you like what you see, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and become part of the family. And let's get on with the Witching Hour. I've been waiting to do this Witching Hour for a long time. So here we go. It all starts right here with Witching Hour 1. It's a dark cover. It's hard to see a lot of it. But that is Witching Hour number 1. A very important book. I love it. That is number 1. This is Witching Hour number 2. More bright. You can see more about it. Better cover, I think. Nick Cardy is the stuff. So, love that book. Here's the one that started it off for me. Witching Hour number 3, another Nick Cardy. You can see there's a witch up in the tree, kids and a dog running around in the woods in the middle of the night. And then you got my favorite cover of all the Witching Hours, number 4. The colors on this is beautiful. I love the light coming in on this witch hiding on this doorstep over in the shadows. You got this innocent little girl running, trying to get home. Got the swooping wind. Nick Cardy, a lot of times I can tell Nick Cardy's artwork because it's got this swooping wind and swooping rain. His color choices, very haunting looking. Love this cover. And if you notice, the first 14 say it's 12 o'clock, Witching Hour. Well, the first 13 do. In a minute, I'll show you what the other ones say. Here's number 5. This one, I've seen a lot of people do, copy this book a lot. Do homages. This is number 5. Cool cover. Cool use of browns. Here's the 3 witches. These witches went on to be used in the Sandman Vertigo run. So these 3 witches are pretty cool. This is Witching Hour 6, the last of the Nick Cardy covers. This is an iconic dress to me. I love the title dressing up here. It's like a word bubble. It's on a lot of the early ones. It's big. This is where Neal Adams took over. See, that's like a word bubble. It says one of the witches down the side saying it. But this is Neal Adams artwork here. I don't like it near as good, but I still like it. Little Neal Adams. Love Neal Adams. Here is number 12. Pink cover. I love these bats, and they put this on stuff. You also see this bat like on Swamp Thing and other issues that came out during this time. House of Secrets has it. But this is issue number 12. And as you can see, number 12 right here says it's 12 o'clock Witching Hour. But starting with 14, they switched it to It's Midnight Witching Hour. So 14's the first one to have that on there. And here we are with some dude in a polyester blazer and his old lady. They're off in the woods somewhere, and they're watching some kind of seance with witches, but they don't notice that the witches are watching them also. So I don't think these two made it out of the woods. This cover here has been copied a lot. It's a classic cover. This is number 19. It's beautiful. Love it a lot. It's a beautiful woman looking out the window. She don't see the witches over here. I love the glow coming out of her room. Very beautiful. Who's knocking? Is that you, Father? No, it's a witch. But anyway, what evil haunts this house? So it's probably this witch. But these are witching hours. If you can find any of these old things, pick them up. They're my favorite of any DC horror. Witching Hour. With a close second with House of Secrets. Then we got this cover. It don't make a lot of sense, but I like it a lot. It's beautiful artwork. This is number 21. So this is the Haunted Boathouse. And she is flying on a rope pulling a house. The artwork is beautiful, but it just don't make a lot of sense. All these are anthologies. You don't have to read them in no order. Very cool books. Here's 42. Starting to look more modern. They're starting to look like House of Secrets. They got the big square. See how that takes up like 33% of the cover, kind of like House of Secrets, where the other ones were littler. So when you get in the later runs, they get the big trade dress. It takes up about 33% of the book. This is Dracula, some beautiful blonde, and Blood of Our Fathers. I say she's going to get got. She's toast. So that is Witching Hour 42. Here is Witching Hour 49, a great skull cover. Beautiful book. And for people that can't afford pre-code horror, these covers are just as good to me. These books are just as cool to me. You know, they're not near as rare. And a lot of the snobby people don't like them near as much because they're not rare and they're not valuable. But they're just as cool to me as any pre-code horror. I collect these. They're fun to collect. Remember, you can't kill a corpse. Great book. They got the pre-code horror vibes to them. And they're fun to collect and they don't cost you a lot. You know, I could get a big lot of those for $100, and I can't even get a pre-code horror book for $100. You gotta bring lots of $100 for a pre-code horror. Here is number 55. Beautiful green. This hot ass girl is bringing her boyfriend to meet Mama and Daddy. Mama and Daddy looks like they've been sitting there for a while. She's all smiling. Come in. They're dying to meet you. Kiss the boys and make them die. It says across the bottom here. We got those. We got those dead people. Pretty greens. I like the black and whites. Cool book. And then for the last book in this stack, this is 50 Center, number 84. There's only 85 books in the run. And this one's pretty cool. Skull cover. You got the witch over here. Kind of got Mount Rushmore going on. Really cool book. Love the colors and all of that. And now I'm going to show you something cool. I got a bonus book. Bonus book. All right. This is pretty cool. If you remember earlier, I showed you this. This is Witching Hour number 2. Came out in May of '69. Beautiful book. Well, one day I was looking at comic books and came across the Mexican version. So if you look at the Mexican version, it's a little different. It's beautiful. Not as beautiful because I don't like this blue line and all this. Can't read this, but I imagine it says witching hour. But they got a lot of it, right? I mean, you can see some differences. I love to find all the Mexican versions. There's always like Italian versions of stuff, Brazil, cool stuff like that. And sometimes you can find them on eBay and they're cheaper. Because if you get them inside of America, you don't have to pay the shipping on them. Some of these books have cost me a lot to ship here. And they take months if they're going to show up. Because they might rip you off. This one came from Mexico City. I kept the stuff that came on the back of it. I kept his address, his name. Came from Mexico City. I can't read none of that. I don't know what it means, but you can see. I like to keep things and document things that come with books, especially the ones I get that are outside of the U.S. But that is Witching Hour number 2. And if I see any other ones that are from anywhere else, you know, German, Brazil, whatever, I would buy them. And I would see how many of these I could get. But you got 2 of these. And that is all for our Witching Hour today. We kept it under 12 minutes. I like to keep it short because I don't think many people, you know, want to listen to me talk for 20, 30, 40 minutes. So we kept it under 12 minutes today. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. This is Witching Hour. It's my favorite of all the DC horror. I hope you enjoyed. Go out and look at them for them at your local comic book stores, your Comic-Cons, and just enjoy them. Find them, pick them up. They're not that expensive. They all got cool covers if you like Neal Adams and Nick Cardy. So until next time.